Hey there, Samitian here, and welcome back to Marvel Legendary. Last time we defeated the Red King, and maybe more importantly, defeated a scheme that I thought was really hard, so we don't have to deal with that scheme anymore. What are we facing today? Today, we've got Jonah Jameson. Start of the game, put 2 shield officers per player into a face-down angry mob stack. Special rules. You can spend 4 attack to reveal a random angry mob and put it into any player's discard pile. You can't fight Jonah Jameson while he has any angry mobs. He always leads the Spider Slayers. Master Strike, each player investigates their deck for a card and puts it into the angry mob stack. Oh, so you can put other things other than officers into the angry mobs. That's interesting. So you could fill it with garbage and then give the garbage to one side so that you keep one side good and one side bad. This is interesting. I don't think I've ever fought you before. Never. Like, not in this series and not in any of my offline play with friends games either. So that's interesting. And the scheme is to replace Earth's leaders with Killbots. Jameson, what are you doing? Jonah, no. Set up 5 twists. 3 additional twists next to the scheme. 18 total bystanders in the villain deck. Special rules, bystanders in the villain deck count as Killbots, with attack equal to the number of twists next to the scheme. Twist, put the twist next to the scheme. Evil ones if 5 Killbots escape. Okay, so they start at 3 attack. And when more twists come out, they get more attack. Easy enough. Don't let the Killbots escape. We're also facing the Aspects of the Void and the Timelines of Kang. We're playing as Warlock, Apocalyptic Kitty Pryde, Adam Warlock, a different Warlock, Captain Marvel, and Groot. He's the same person. They have similar color schemes and the same colored hair. I assume they're not the same person. I'm clicking this button. So we got some angry mobs. Here's the 3 twists that we get at the start of the game. I'm just going to leave them here so I can see them better. Alright. Got a 5-3 split on both sides. Do I rescue them as a bystander? I looked this up the last time I played it offline, and you don't get the fight effect from the bystanders, like you don't get the rescue effects, but they count as bystanders in your victory pile. Assuming what I read is correct. It's kind of hard to find rules clarifications for this game, so sometimes I just gotta, like, guess. Alright, I got a 5-3 split, which makes me want to buy a 5-cost card. Yep. Just gonna take Soul Blast. Gaining 2 shards is good. It's like a 2 attack card, but better because you can save it. Alright. Here is a choice. I think I want to go Strength. Okay, so I'm giving up 2 cards on this turn, so that my next turn has 2 more cards. Having 1 turn be better. Like, having 2 mediocre turns is worse than having 1 good turn and 1 bad turn, in my opinion. So this could be okay. I still think I would rather have this than this first, though. And not take this yet. Ambush, play another card from the villain deck. Okay. By end of turn, defeat a villain or suffer after you draw your new hand. Psychotic Break becomes a master strike that takes place immediately. Okay. Well, I can defeat a villain this turn. And I do not get the bystander rescue effects from these guys, from what I read the last time I played with this offline. If that is wrong, yell at me. Should probably fight the bystanders, or the killbots, my mistake. Because if they escape, that's bad. That's my lose condition, so fight you for 3. Because they're still at 3. I do not get the rescue effect. I have defeated the trap. And 3 recruits. I want this and this on the right side. Get more shards. Just take a lot of shard generation on this side. Infiltrate HQ is kind of cool. I could get rid of cards that I don't really want. Don't know why I looked over there. I think I should take this and just stack up as many shards as I can. Alright, Sunlight, Moonlight. Sunlight is if evens outnumber odds, and Moonlight is if odds outnumber evens. Okay. Scheme Twist. Put this just next to the scheme. Okay, so the Killbots are now 4 attack, which means I can't kill it anymore, which kind of sucks, but what can you do? I can fight this after I buy this, so that... Okay, buy this first, then fight this, and then these 6 cards do not need to get into the shuffle, which is good, so I'm going to buy this first. Fight this for 3. Fight, reveal top 2 cards of your deck, putting the cost 2 or less into your hand, and put the rest back in any order. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Gets that attack started early. Okay, I'm going to start with gaining 2 shards. I could spend the 2 shards to fight the Spider Slayers, but I'm not going to. I'm going to save the shards to fight the Killbots and Joma's mobs. So 4 recruits. I want this one on the right. I think I want to take Infiltrate HQ. I can start putting some stuff on the bottom that I don't care about as much. And getting a recruit card helps me buy rares, which is good. Start with this, 1 attack, and I draw an extra card at the end of the turn. Then 2 attack, I can KO a card from my hand or discard pile. If I do gain a shard, I'm going to KO this. Give me a shard. Got some early KO, early shard generation, big fan. Having early KO helps a lot because the bystanders, or not bystanders, the henchmen don't give any KO. I take Surviving Sprig. And if I fight a Spider Slayer, then I shuffle my deck, which means I'm not going to get these 2 into the shuffle. Which means... yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm going to fight Sunspot for 4 by spending a shard. And Killbots, you do not get the rescue effects from Killbots. Bridge Conquer 3. Ambush at the bridge is empty. Move a villain to the bridge. Okay. Fight this for 3. Fight, reveal top 2 cards of your deck, putting the cost 2 or less into your hand, and put the rest back in any order. Then 1 attack, Danger Sense 1, and whenever I would get attacked from Danger Sense this turn, I gain shards instead. Okay, it is a villain, so I get 1 shard. If I do want this card, I want it on the right so that it triggers strength triggers. So I think I'm taking another Infiltrate HQ. You can start putting some stuff on the bottom. Like, I don't think I want this. It's too. Or maybe I want it on the left. If I start transitioning into like a tech thing, maybe I want this. I'm gonna take this one first, but I'll consider. Okay, maybe I do want a tech thing. Go on here on the left. In that case, I think I'll take Regenerative Cocoon. It being strength, I think, pushes it over the edge of usefulness. Being able to trigger strength triggers is nice. Master Strike. Each player investigates their deck for a card and puts it into the Angry Mob stack. Okay. Well, tough choice there, and I guess I'll put that on the bottom. That's moderately annoying, but I can get it back. I'm shuffling this because you fight random angry mobs. Yeah, you spend 4 attack to a random angry mob, so that's why I'm shuffling it now, so I don't forget. One attack, Danger Sense 1, and Danger Sense gives me shards. What's the wording on here? Bystanders in the Vilda count as Killbot villains, so this is a villain, which gives me a shard. I would waste this fight effect. How much do I care about wasting the fight effect? The right side has strength, so the right side probably wants to fight that to send stuff out of time. Fight an angry mob. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so I choose... Put it into any player's discard pile, okay. If the left side is transitioning into tech stuff, the left side needs recruits so that I can afford this. So I'll take it over here, and I'll buy this for 2. Another one. Okay, 1 attack and I draw an extra card at the end of the turn. 2 attack, I may KO a card from my hand or discard pile, and if I do gain a shard. I think I'm going to KO a Trooper, because I don't need the Trooper this turn. So that gives me a shard. I'm going to fight this before anything gets into the bridge. And fight, send a strength or instinct here. You played this turn as a man or woman out of time. Could send this for 2 attack, but I think 1 attack, draw an extra card at the end of the turn is better than 2 attack. And then to recruit, I'm just going to buy a sidekick. Okay, I can start sending stuff to the bottom. Is this optional? You may, okay. Do I want to put stuff on the bottom, though? That's the question here. I think Analyze Planetary Rotation is still not amazing. Like, if I get both, it's obviously pretty good. 2 Recruit, 2 Attack's pretty good. I'm gonna put Regenerative Cocoon on the bottom and see what comes out. And the hero that replaces it costs 1 less this turn. This is interesting. I will have a decent number of covert. I have 1 covert already. And if I take these, I'll have more covert, so this is probably good. So do I put anything else on the bottom this turn? I could buy both of these this turn instead of this. I was planning on buying this. I think it's more reliable for me to trigger this one than this one, so I'll just buy this turn and not put anything on the bottom. Put Analyze Planetary Rotation on the bottom? Nah, I should keep this. This HQ is very heavy stuff that I want on this side, though. Maybe I should put something on the bottom just so I can get something that I want on the right side. I don't think I need 2 Techno-Organic adaptations. I'll put the other one on the bottom. Okay, that's much better. I want that on the right. I would have gotten that on the right anyway, so that doesn't matter. But this gives me 2 shards. Buy this for 6. And spend shards to fight Killbots. That's kind of what they're there for. Spend 3 shards to give me 3 attack, and I'll fight a Killbot. Alright, the Killbots are now at 5. On attack, I draw an extra card at the end of the turn. Oh, this one I already had, so this is also 1 attack, and I draw an extra card at the end of the turn. Yeah, this one gets played first. And is immediately discarded, right? I think that's how Man Out of Time works. Not that that particularly matters. Okay, so if I fight this, this doesn't get into the shuffle. Am I okay with that? I think so, considering how good this discard pile is. So I will buy this for 4. And fight this for 3. Fight! Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, put anything that costs 2 or less into your hand, and put the rest back in any order. Alright. I could take this. Pretty sure I have enough strength to reasonably get all the strength triggers that I need. And this isn't particularly good on the left either. I mean, they can trigger themselves if I have 2 of them, if I get lucky, but... Getting more shards is good. Yeah, I'll just take this. A 3 attack, and then I gain 2 shards and can burn 4 to defeat a villain. greedy do I want to be about this? What could this feast on that would absolutely destroy me? Like, these are my two best cards. If it feasts on something, I get something back that's probably almost as good. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. So I'll burn 4 shards to defeat this. And fight Feast. If it feasts on a non-gray hero, I gain a hero from the HQ of that cost or less. Okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Phase out? I think I want to try and get some KOs in. It's a little late, turn 13, to start getting KOs, but I don't think it's late enough to not do it. And I can spend a shard to fight an angry mob, which I think I'll do, otherwise I waste 3 recruit. Alright, so this is a 1 recruit card. The right side has more KO, which makes me want to give it to the right. Alright, 1 attack, I draw a card at the end of the turn. 1 attack, I draw a new card at the end of the turn. 2 attack, I can KO a card from my hand or discard pile, and if I do, gain a shard. I want 3 recruit this turn, which means I would play Darwin on the agent, which means I can KO an agent. Be okay with that. So 1 recruit, 2 recruit, 7 attack. Okay. Buy this for 3. I can only fight 1 thing this turn, unfortunately. So I should fight a bystander because that's my lose condition. Or I could fight an angry mob and this. I like that idea better, actually. I don't particularly want this on either side, to be honest. I could always KO it on the right. And if I'll give it to the right. If the right's constantly KOing all of its shield agents, it needs some way to recruit things still. And it's not getting recruit cards, so then I'll fight this for 3. Fight, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, put any that cost 2 or less into your hand, and put the rest back in any order. I should have fought this one first, I think. Yeah, I should have fought this first, then I could have fought a Fortune, or one of the Killbots. 1 attack, Danger Sense. This is a villain. See 1 more shard. Do I spend 4 shards to fight a Killbot? It is my lose condition. Or I could spend 3 shards to fight a angry mob. Or I could just save them. I think I'm going to fight an angry mob. Okay. I'm giving this to this side because this side is the one with the strength triggers. And maybe I will KO it eventually. Okay, I can put something on the bottom here. I think I'm going to put Regenerative Cocoon on the bottom. this costs 1 less this turn. So I can buy this and this. 1 attack, danger sense, 1. That is a villain, so I get a shard. I could buy this and this, or I could buy this. Start stacking up more shards. I'm doing tech covert stuff anyways, so I should probably take the discount. Spend a shard to get 1 recruit or 1 attack and fight an angry mob. Oh. Yeah. Give the strength hero to the strength deck. Alright, this is getting a little scary. Because I don't have any way to kill any of these. The 2 attack doesn't do anything, so I'm playing this by discarding this, which draws me 2 extra cards. I don't really want any of these cards on this side. I mean, this is fine, and this is fine. But I don't get the superpowers for them. They kind of dilute my deck a little. Cosmic Awareness, I think, is pretty decent. I'm going to take one of these and see what comes out. Okay, maybe I'll take another one of these. Alright, this is getting a little bit out of hand. Maybe I should have killed less angry mobs and more killbots. So I look at the top 2 cards of my deck, I draw 1 and I discard the other. Re-attack doesn't do anything for me, so I guess I'm taking this one. I'm going to do this one just because I don't think I have enough Avengers. I have some, but not enough to get this reliably, I don't think. This costs 1 less, I don't think I care enough about that. I'm going to buy Soul Blast. Alright, 1 Killbot has escaped. I lose at 4 more escape. I'm going to KO this one. I'm going to start with this. Is a villain, so I gain a shard. Then 1 attack, I draw an extra card at the end of the turn. Another one. 2 attack, I can KO a card from my hand or discard pile, and if I do gain a shard. And do that again. Fight a Killbot for 5. I'm going to spend 2 shards and fight another one for 5. Clear the city a little. Kree Genetics, I'm getting a decent number of shards, so to recruit draw a card is reasonable that this will happen. And also I'm KOing a lot of my recruits, so getting another recruit card is kind of okay. Ambush. Reveal your hand and send your highest cost hero as a man or woman out of time. Okay, that would be this one. Sucks because I no longer get this trigger. Okay, what am I putting on the bottom? I think I'm going to put this on the bottom. Its time has come. So this costs 1 less this turn, so this is both 2 recruit and 2 attack. I don't have enough attack to fight a Killbot. Or this, because it has Bank Conqueror. So I'm gonna just fight an angry mob. Give it to the right, because the right has the strength stuff. And now Mr. Jonah is fightable. I'm gonna buy this for 2. I'm gonna buy this for 4. Okay, this is a Killbot and not a copycat fight villain. Just need to remember that. Okay, 1 attack, Danger Sense 1. Is a villain, so I gain a shard. And then 1 attack, Danger Sense 2. That is 2 villains, so I gain 2 shards. 1 attack, I draw an extra card next turn, or at the end of the turn. 2 attack, I can KO a card from my hand or discard pile if I do gain a shard. 1 recruit isn't really doing anything, so get rid of that. 8 attack, I'm going to fight a Killbot. 5, and then I'm going to spend 2 recruit and fight another Killbot for 5. Or 2 shards, not 2 recruit. Oh, this gets played first. I gain 2 shards. And it's discarded. With the top 2 cards of my deck, draw 1 and discard the other. And 3 attack. The first time I defeat a villain this turn, I KO one of my cards or a card from my discard pile. 1 attack, Danger Sense 1 to give me a shard. And I gain a shard, and I can burn 2 shards to half the cost of a hero in the HQ this turn, which would let me buy Gruden Branches or Phase Out. I should probably get Phase Out. So I'll half this by burning 2 shards. Buy this for 2. And then 5 attack. Gonna fight a Killbot for 5. This adds so many cards to the villain deck. Like, an obscene number of cards to the villain deck. An attack, I draw an extra card. End of the turn. 2 attack, I can KO a card from my hand or discard pile, and if I do gain a shard, I will KO this. I want to keep this one. So 2 recruits, 1 attack. How much do I care about getting another tree genetics? Enough to not play Regenerative Cocoon? No. I'm going to play this by discarding this to draw 2 extra cards at the end of the turn. I'm going to spend a shard to fight a Killbot for 5. And then I'm going to buy a Kree Genetics and a Sidekick. Ambush, reveal your hand and send your highest cost hero as a man or woman out of time. It's this one again. Look at the top 2 cards of my deck, draw 1 and discard the other. To recruit, I'm going to put this one on the bottom. So this costs 3 this turn. I gain 2 shards, and this turn I may spend shards to gain recruit. Then 2 attack, and I'm going to KO a card from my hand or discard pile to give me 1 more attack. And 3 recruit, 4 attack. This costs 1 less this turn, so I'm going to buy it for 3. I'm going to spend 1 shard to get 1 more attack and fight this Killbot for 5. Start by drawing 2. On attack, I draw an extra card at the end of the turn. On attack, Danger Sense 1 to give me a shard. Oh, it doesn't give me a shard, actually. That's unfortunate. That means I don't get this card draw. Seven recruits would let me buy both of these. Let me see what comes out after I buy this. Okay. None of these have escape effects. I'm just going to fight Jonah this turn. So I'm going to play this by discarding this. Fight Jonah for 4. Each player puts a wound from the wound stack into the angry mob stack. Ooh. Gross. And 2 recruit, I'm going to buy a sidekick. Master Strike. Each player investigates their deck for a card, puts it into the angry mob stack. Start with this, I gain 2 shards, and then to recruit, I put a hero on the bottom of the hero deck. I think I'm going to do Channel the Negabands again. This costs 2 less this turn. I'm going to buy this for 4, and buy this for 4. And I have 3 attack that I'm going to use to fight an angry mob with 1 shard. Okay, so I choose a player to gain this. The right side has more KO potential than the left side, so I think I should still give it to the right, even though that feels kind of bad. One attack, I draw an extra card at the end of the turn. Two attack and KO a card from my hand or discard pile, and if I do gain a shard. Okay, here's the question. Do I want to KO anything from this hand? Oh no, wait. I 2 recruit draw a card, because I gained a shard this turn. Alright. I've got some issues here. 1 attack, draw an extra card. I'm gonna fight an angry mob. Okay, and I'm gonna gain it over here. Then 2 attack, I can KO a card from my hand or discard pile, and if I do gain a shard. What if I do that again? Or I could discard something with this and try and draw into a starter card. One attack, Danger Sense 1, that is a villain. Gives me a shard. 1 attack, Danger Sense 2. 2 villains, 2 shards. If there's another wound in here, I'm going to fight this angry mob for 4 and get the wound. And then 2 attack, KO this, in a shard. Do I discard Dum Dum Dugan? I don't really need a lot of recruit. Okay, I'm gonna 2 recruit, discard this to draw a card, and okay. 5 recruit, 2 attack. Should probably spend some shards to fight a Killbot. Spend 3 shards to fight this Killbot for 5. And 5 recruit, I'm gonna buy Kree Genetics and a new recruit. Okay, I can gain a shard, and then I can burn 2 to have the cost of a thing this turn. I'm not going to do that. 2 attack and KO a card from my hand or discard pile, and if I do get +1 attack. Gain 2 shards, I can spend shards on recruit this turn, and I can choose another player to gain a shard. And I gain 2 shards, and I can burn 4 shards to defeat a villain. Gives me a slight discount on burning, on defeating a villain. I played this first. I'm gonna burn 4 shards to fight this. Fight if you played a covert hero this turn, KO one of your heroes. Then I have 4 attack. I'm gonna fight this angry mob and give it to this side. Fight Jonah for 4? Or save the shards? I'm not in a hurry to fight Jonah. I've got plenty of time left because this scheme adds so much time. Alright, 1 attack, danger sense 1. Okay, that does give me a shard. Then 2 recruit if I gained any shards this turn, draw a card. I could draw another card. This hand's kind of stinky compared to my discard pile. So drawing a card could be pretty good. I'm going to Prodigy Kree Genetics. 2 recruit and draw a card. Alright, 1 attack, I draw an extra card at the end of the turn, and do that again. Eight recruit, huh? Five attack, huh? Could give this to the left-hand side. Could fight Jonah. Stuff will escape, but I don't really care about that, actually. I'm gonna fight Jonah for 4. See what happens. Fight. Each other player investigates their deck for a non-gray hero and puts it into the angry mob stack. Non-gray, huh? I'm gonna spend 3 shards to fight that angry mob. 8 recruit. I think I want to take 1 transmute matter just to make sure the Kree Genetics actually triggers. Take another Kree Genetics, and hey, there's a rare. Not my favorite, but draw 3 is pretty decent if I do that effect. Alright, this is escaped, and I need to KO something from the HQ. I'm going to KO this one. So I look at the top 2 cards of my deck, I draw 1 and I discard the other. And this is both 2 recruit and 2 attack. Do I want to burn 4 shards to defeat a villain this turn? Probably. So I believe this is the one that I'm going to be playing first, then 2 attack, and I can KO a card from my hand or discard pile. If I do get +1 attack. Do that again. Then I gain 2 shards. Going to burn 4 to defeat a villain. I'm going to fight this one. with the burn 4 shards. So reveal a ranged hero, I can't do that, or reveal a top card of the villain deck. If it's a villain with 4 VP or less, defeat it, do its fight effect, and put a Mortis in its place. This is a villain with 4 VP or less. And 2 recruit, I'm going to buy a sidekick. Or wait, I should have... Oh, I bought the thing already, but I should have bought stuff first. I'm going to fight Jonah for 4. Each other player reveals their hand and discards a Spider Friends hero. Any player who cannot must instead put a non-gray card from their hand into the Angry Mob stack. Alright. Non-gray, huh? This one. Then I'm going to fight this Angry Mob for 4. Give it over here. I'm going to fight Jonah for 4. Each other player puts a Spider Slayer from their victory pile into the Angry Mob stack. When a Spider Slayer is revealed from the Angry Mobs, it enters the city. Alright. Wow, who could have seen this one coming? 1 attack, I draw an extra card at the end of the turn. 1 attack, draw a card. 2 attack, I can KO a card from my hand or discard pile, and if I do, gain a shard. 2 recruit, if I gain any shards this turn, I draw a card. 2 recruit, I may discard a card to draw a card. 1 attack, Danger Sense 1. That is a villain for a shard. Then 2 attack, and I can KO a card from my hand or discard pile. Gain a shard. 2 attack, KO a card from my hand or discard pile to gain a shard. And I'm going to fight this for 4. It enters the city, which means this is escaped, which means I KO something from here. I'm going to spend 10 shards, get 10 attack. How do I get the most VP? Fight. Okay, I have 11 left over. I'm going to fight this for 5. No. No? No. Yes. Fight this for 5. Fight this for 3. Reveal top 2 cards of my deck, put in a cost 2 less to my hand. Then 1 attack, Danger Sense 2 for 1 shard, which I'm going to immediately spend to get another attack. Fight you for 8. No. I'm going to fight you for 3. Gotta win this turn. Reveal the top 2 cards of my deck. Danger Sense 1. Or 2, but there's only 1, so that gives me 1 more thing. And I'm going to fight Jameson for 4 and win. Cool game. This deck was sick. It got really thin really quickly with the Groot stuff, and it was like Groot charge synergy. It just worked pretty good. This side was less good, but it was still, I still think it was really strong. Like, I just love shards. Attack that you can save for later is just nice, and this deck just needed a few more turns to get as good as this deck, I think. Let's count some victory points. Left side, yeah. 26. Actually, this isn't worth any VP. 25. Yeah. This isn't supposed to be in your victory pile normally, so it doesn't have a VP value. So the left side got 25, and the right side got... Same with this, 32. Yeah, it was pretty close, even though I felt like the right side was better, but the left side was also very strong. Just a really good showing from this lineup. And I really like Apocalyptic Kitty Pride's discard Infiltrate HQ. Helps you trim the stuff that you don't want to buy, which is normally annoying to do. Like, there's a lot of times where you don't want specific cards, so you either need to just leave them in the HQ and have less to choose from, or buy them and dilute your deck. I still don't know how I feel about this card. I think it's pretty good. You can usually discard a card that you don't care about. Like, late game, you can use it to discard, like, a shield agent or an officer. And I do think that having one good turn and one bad turn is better than having two mediocre turns. And this helps facilitate that. I don't know. I can't help but compare it to this one. Like, it costs one less, does a similar effect. You draw on one extra card instead of two. It also gives an attack, and also doesn't require you to discard a card. This would work really well in a deck that has, like, discard synergy. Like Beta Ray Bill, or who else has discard synergy? There's other heroes with discard synergy. It would work really well with those. Speaking of which, I had a game I played offline with a friend where I had a Beta Ray Bill Thor deck, and I ended up getting a turn that had 53 attack. It was really good. Seriously think I've underestimated Beta Ray Bill. But yeah. Anyways, this was a really good game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.